Hello guys! Today I want to show you 10 awesome tips that everyone should know about when working in Premiere Pro. So let's jump right into it. Number 1. So the first thing I want to show you is how to get rid of this top bar. All you have to do is press down Ctrl and backslash, and this will remove the bar entirely, and it will give you a little bit more space to work with. Number 2. This tip is for the users of the latest Premiere version, which has the new type tool. As you all know, right now we have to select the type tool, write our text down on the screen, and then this will create a text layer, which we then can edit in the Essentials graphics panel here. But I absolutely hate this thing. I think the customization options are extremely limited here, and I really want to get the old type tool back. And we can actually do that. All you have to do is go to File, New, and select Legacy Title. And this will bring up the old Legacy Title with all the awesome customization options that we're used to doing. Number 3. So the next thing I want to show you is two very important keybinds that everyone should know while using Premiere. It's the Ripple Trim Next and Ripple Trim Previous. What that means is that it will ripple delete everything before the playhead or after the playhead. And those two keybinds are Q and W. So let me show you how this works. So you position your playhead, and then pressing Q, it will delete everything that's before the playhead until the previous clip. And the other one is the W, which will delete everything that's after the playhead, like that. I think this is a huge time saver and everyone should know this. Number 4. Next we have the Alt key or Option key on a Mac. Now pretty much everyone knows that you can use the Alt key to duplicate stuff. So you select something, hold down Alt or Option and drag it over to copy and paste a certain clip. But what I didn't know, and what I think most people don't know, that you can use the Alt key for some additional things that will greatly improve your workflow. So one of those things is you can hold down the Alt key. So first of all, as you can see, this clip is linked. So the audio and the video clip is linked. And before I knew about this, what I was doing is I would right click, unlink, and then I would shorten the clip or shorten the audio. But this is very time consuming in the sense that you have to do extra functions that you would normally not have to. So what you can do is actually hold down the Alt key and then mouse over either the video or the audio track and simply shorten it, and it will only do that for the, in this case, video. You can do that same, hold down Alt and drag the audio as well. And the next thing that you can do with Alt is hold down Alt and then select just the audio and hit delete. And this will delete only the audio. Because this is linked, normally you wouldn't be able to do that. You would right click, unlink it first, then select the audio, then delete it. Number 5. Most of you will probably know this, but you would be surprised how many people don't know about this. And the thing is how to create new tracks, whether it's a video track or audio track. So normally what you do is you right click here, select add tracks. This will open up a new pop-up window, and then you click OK, which again, you're losing valuable seconds here. So instead what you can do is simply select a clip and move it in the open space, and this will automatically create a new track. Same thing works for audio as well. Simply drag it below all the tracks and it will create a new track. Number 6. Number 6 on my list is using the Shift key to position your playhead perfectly in the middle between two clips. If you're not using the Shift key and you try to drag the playhead between, you can sometimes miss it and you don't really know if you're perfectly in the middle between those clips. So instead what you can do is simply hold down Shift and then grab the playhead, and it will simply snap to the middle between clips, to the end of clips, and everywhere where there is a cut for it to snap to. So this is again just a simple time saver, and it will make your life a little bit easier. Number 7. Number 7 on the list is something that I am just I can't even describe how annoying this is, and how annoying it was before I knew how to sort of combat this. What I'm talking about is, imagine if you have a really long timeline. This, in this case, is just a 3-minute timeline with some clips here. Imagine if you have like a 30-minute timeline with all sorts of clips. And what you do is you apply some kind of transition that needs to be rendered, like here, for example. So you apply the transition, you hit enter to render this, and this is what happens. It jumps to the start of the entire sequence and starts playing. Now, in this case, this is not so bad because this is a 3-minute timeline. But as I said, in a 30-minute timeline, you would have to scroll out, then you would try to scroll back in, find the place where you actually rendered it. And this is easy to see because there's only one rendering done here. But in a very complex timeline, this is ridiculous. I absolutely hate this feature. So how to sort of work around this thing is just place your playhead just before the place where you want to render it. Hit the I key to create the in point. And then once you render it, it will jump to the in point and start playing from there. This way you're not kicked back to the start of the whole sequence, and then you have to try to find where was that place where I was working on. Number 8. The next tip I think everyone should know is how to loop your video in Premiere. Normally Premiere does not do this by default, so when you hit spacebar to start playing, it will play the clip until the end of, I guess, the entire sequence, and it will just stop. And if you hit spacebar again, it will jump to the start. What you can do here is, first of all, create an in and out point in the sequence where you want the loop to happen. So let's click the I key to set the in point. Let's click the O key to set the out point. And what we want to do is loop this part of those clips. The way you can do this is go to your sort of the preview window here and click this plus button and drag and drop the loop button onto the bar here. The loop button is this one. So you drag it on here, drop it, and click OK. And now when you select this and then click on spacebar, this will start looping everything inside these brackets in the in and out point. Number 9. The next tip goes along very nicely with the previous tip that I showed you. This is how to clear an in and out point in the sequence. For this, the fastest way to do this would be to hit CTRL SHIFT and X. This will remove the in and out point. Before I knew this, I would simply do this manually by right-clicking here and then clear in and out. But again, this is just wasting time. Every time you have to move your mouse and click something again, you're losing valuable seconds, so it's much faster to simply hit CTRL SHIFT X to remove that and you're done. Number 10. And the last tip I want to show you is how to use the snap tool a little bit more efficiently. What I mean with that is, normally the snap tool is always enabled and it is located here, which I guess most of you know. And what this does is it will snap the clip to the sort of end or beginning or a cut or something like that. It will always try to snap it. But sometimes you want to have the clip a little bit closer but not snap it all the way to the previous one. So before I knew this, I mean, I know that the snap is here, but I was never using it in the right way. So what I was doing was I was placing my playhead where I want to snap the clip, and then it would snap to the playhead. But this again is a waste of time because you have to position first the playhead and then snap the clip itself. So now what I always use is I take the clip, hit the S key to disable snap, place the clip where I want it to place it, and hit the snap again to enable it back. This is just a little bit faster than positioning the playhead, and if you're working in a long project, then you will use this quite a lot, and this will also save you a little bit of time during the process. And that's it, guys. I hope these tips will help you increase your workflow efficiency. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And as always, thanks for watching.